The World Flying Disc Federation 2024 World Team Disc Golf Championship, hosted by Mundaring Sporting Club Disc Golf, would like to acknowledge the support of event partners World Flying Disc Federation and Australian Disc Golf. Major sponsors, Government of Western Australia Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries, Lottery West, the Shire of Mundaring, and RAD, Recreation, Activity, Design. Thank you and enjoy the coverage.
Some trails if you want, right?
Thank you for joining us. Here we are for the World Flying Disc Federation's World Team Disc Golf Championship. I'm super excited, guys, because it is the gold medal match, the one you've all been waiting for, between Australia and Estonia. I'm joined by Matty Faz. How are you, Matty?
I'm good, mate. How are you going?
I'm humbled at the moment because we have the matriarch, the queen of Australian disc golf with us, Cassie Sweetten. Welcome, Cassie.
Hi, guys.
Australian team captain.
Yes.
I mean, how exciting. Talk us through our matchups today.
So today on the doubles, we've got Gina Hill and Chris Finn, Dave Perry and Sarah Lee. And against Finny and Gina, we have Keiti, Tatte, Aimar, Allesma, Mauri, Villman and Kaidi.
Allsalu.
Very well done. we got there.
It's a lot.
Smooth as.
It's not smooth.
Sensational. And we've also got, which we're not televising, two single matchups. We've got...
Yeah, there's like Luke Bain versus Albert Tam. So probably the two heaviest hitters in
huge.
their respective MPO divisions of each country there. And then Blake Houston, the Australian young gun, versus Christo Rake, who I'm not too familiar with, but can huck a disc, I've been told.
Yeah, and look, I'm nervous. I got sweaty palms. Australia making the final. I mean...
Unprecedented.
Unbelievable. And we owe it a lot to our co-team captain that we've got on commentary here, I think.
Spiritual leader, guiding light.
So
you must have been excited at this point, Cassie.
Oh, it was, I think after that playoff, we kind of just huddled together, and our plan going into this grand final match was to be a mob, to stay together, and it's that pack mentality going into this game. So it's really exciting to see that the team pulled off the win in the playoff, and here we are against Australia.
Sensational. Hole one, par 5. You've all seen it plenty of times. Out the gap and then down the hill, there's a bit of hazard to play with, but as we see, the Aussies gathering themselves, getting a rev up there from team captain.
What was tension like at this stage, Cass? Was there more, would you say, positive energy, or was it a lot of nerves?
Yeah, I think there was a fair bit of nerves, but I think just pure joy just being in this gold medal match. I think what have we got to lose? Like, worst case we can do is a silver medal.
Absolutely.
So we just said, put everything you have into it, enjoy being on the card. You were playing with some of the world best players, and give it your all. So
now we're going to see the tee off of the singles matchups here. We will be following the doubles, but this is the singles matchup. Yeah, just aptly named the bazooka there, Albert Tam.
Shout out to the graphics team.
Nice little touch.
I mean, the man needs no introduction. He's one of the top, 20, 25 players in the world? Without question.
so smooth.
Yeah. No problem with that shot.
And for your home nation, yesterday's playoff hero. From Baringa, Queensland, it is Luke Bain.
And Luke Bain, of course. Cass, talk us through. We've just we saw the playoff to get Australia into the final. Talk us through that. What sort of emotions did that stir up?
It's just something that I keep repeating over in my head from that, and I watched the video captured by Kyle, and it gives me goosebumps every time. I wish I could do that over and over again every year. It was phenomenal. Like, Bainey just holds himself so well. I think him and Aaron Morton are a great combo together, and that held our team really well.
Yeah, we did see them share a little moment right in front of camera, actually, after he made that part. But Bainey called him away and just said, just come over here and let's just Let's just debrief for a little bit with a hug. That was a nice moment.
Yeah.
These guys having no trouble with the
Yeah,
forehand
it's
game.
making it look real easy.
It's a bit of an unlucky finish there.
And for Australia, one of the hometown heroes, one of the princes of Perth disc golf, from Heathridge, it is Blake Houston.
And of course, the Western Australian wonder kid. I mean, there's plenty more Australia jerseys coming up for this guy, you'd have to imagine.
Yeah, like being his home course, I think for him, this moment means a lot to him. And I followed this singles card, and it's really good to see Blake stand up. Bit of an unfortunate early tree hit there, but we know he can pull that together.
And on the bag for on the bag for Blake is Alex Canaston, his great mate, of course. We still haven't seen his eyes, Alex. He wears his hat so low, he never lets us look at his eyes.
Maybe it helps with his focus.
Maybe.
I can do it. We're top.
Customary disc flip
Yep.
to
See who tees off first.
Yep.
Yep.
Why are those discs laid out like that there, Cassie?
Oh, I think they got donated from someone. I can't remember who, but there's like all garden to the right hand side of where the players are standing off the tee, and it was all set up. I think it looked like a bird or something.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, they all got donated.
For the gold medal match, we have
Paddy's ready to go, isn't he?
He looks like he's in the zone, doesn't he?
MPO 1.
What do you reckon he was bopping along to in his head there?
For Australia, we have Victorian young gun Dave Perry.
Who knows with that? The excitement.
And of course, the Australian national MPO champion, David Perry, is national treasure, this guy, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah, really played himself into form late in 2024. And yeah, this was a big marker of his performance at this tournament. This is the Australian we want throwing this forehand, isn't it?
Yeah. He's definitely top 5 in Australia.
I'm going to leave our boy alone there. Shout out to you, top 5.
FPO 1 slots, we have from Allesma, Mauri, Villman. And with win from Gina, Kaidi, Allsalu.
And Mauri Villman, one of Estonia's best. I got to see this guy throw in the flesh. He's got everything you need to win disc golf events.
Now, both him and Perry going the tucked in ears here as a bit of a ploy.
Push this a little too straight.
Okay, our second pairings are in the MP40 and FPO2 slot. For Australia, we have Giant Killing, Gina, Hill. And he designed the course, he built the course, he spent the week tearing up the course. It is Chris Finn.
And of course, if you've been around in disc golf in Australia for any amount of time, Chris Finn, your favourite, Cass, I've been told.
Oh, I've known Finny for years. He's a treasure. He really is. So he's in the doubles with Gina Hill. So obviously taking the tee pad on this one, you know, he's got a great forehand.
Around he goes.
Sneaks it. Got great placement.
And our second pairing
Definitely giving Gina something to work with.
We have from Tatte, Aimar, Allesma, and Keiti, Tatte.
So Tatte will be teeing off for the Estonians. And this vibe on this first tee pad is giving me sweaty palms. It is. I can feel like I'm there. It is a great vibe to end the tournament.
Yeah, we had a lot of gallery followers in this last game, which was great to see a lot of the volunteers follow through.
Oh, wow.
That is a ripping shot.
Beautiful shot.
Lands it flat.
Absolute poetry, that is.
And that gap is really tight.
Yes.
Like, it is not an easy shot to execute, and that was just done beautifully.
So we get our first look at Kaidi Allsalu.
I believe that one's Kaidi.
Kaidi.
Kaidi, Tatte, Kaidi, Allsalu. We'll get there.
That's going to be easy to remember. Not bad effort from a standstill there.
We've got Gina Hill throwing a little low, bit too much hyzer, and that just skips over into the OB.
Yeah, so you do have OB lining both sides of the fairway here. It's probably worth mentioning that this is a doubles match play event. We're watching alt doubles, so players simply alternate shot to shot. If you throw less shots on the hole, you get a point. Players, or teams I should say, start at even, as denoted by the AS, which stands for all square, and your graphics will take care of all your scoring needs throughout the match.
Yeah, the little tab next to the AS telling us which shot they're on as well. So you can play along at home for this gold medal matchup.
All right, how much air bounce is this one going to get?
I would say that Finney is aiming down on the flat end of the grass just before the OB, and not much in that.
No, that one went straight down.
Yeah.
Standard Finney air bounce, wasn't it? Nothing accentuated.
Ooh. Really hugging that left-hand side there, but that's safe.
For safety. Now I'm back in DP to push this.
Oh, he certainly got the distance, especially with the downhill.
Send a message early, I reckon.
What could he be throwing there? Thunderbird?
Needs to get down. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, yes.
What a shot.
Without a problem there.
Perfect
Fist
line.
bump from partner Sarah Lee. Pretty happy with that one.
We see Keiti not messing with that little creek out of bounds. And Kaidi with what you think is a pretty rudimentary backhand upshot here. Oh, I thought it might have been inside, but that held straight.
Push long. Gina Hill. It's a beautiful shot
that was
over.
good.
Yeah. Lovely shot by Gina.
Nice and smooth. Make sure of it.
Yeah.
So we see that the Australian team members in the background there, they're all following along as we'd expect them to, Cass. But talk us through the selection process for this final.
When it comes to selection, it's such a hard, like as the two captains, so Pat and myself, along with Aaron, this match was really hard to choose because really you've got that win-loss, you're still walking away with a medal. Do we want to put our best in against Estonia? Yes. But do we want everyone to have a go? Yes. Some decisions got made early on and then, an hour and a half out, it got changed.
Right.
So we changed our team at the last moment. I think we had Bainey and Sarah as a doubles, But then we changed that. We're like, no, we need Bainey as a 1 strong to play in the singles. So we pushed DP and Sarah in as a doubles. So, yeah, selection is really hard.
I can imagine.
But, yeah, I think the way we selected got us to this game. So I think the choices that we made throughout the whole event paid off. You know, Pat only played 1 round. You know, Chris Hill only played 1 round over the whole time. So, yeah, selection is a very hard thing to have on your shoulders.
Speaking of very hard, hole 2, par 4.
Yes.
After narrow track here, there's a Mando tree stopping it, blasting it out to the left, but then we go back up another narrow track and it's uphill gently all the way at 123 metres. Getting to that halfway point, the crossover seems to be the aim.
Yeah, and you've got that Mando tree straight down the fairway to the left there as well.
Yeah, so good start for Dave and Sarah there, going 1 up against Mauri and Kaidi.
And this seems to be the straightforward shot, but from the boys' cards, there's a spot up on the right-hand side in the trees that Blake takes, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like
What a shot from Aimar there.
the shot off the tee is near impossible to execute.
Well, Blake is ridiculous, isn't he?
Correct.
Finney takes it. He's reasonably happy with it, I think.
That was happiness or despair. Bit of look at me action there from Finney.
So Gina thinks she's got a line through here.
And she sneaks it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see the basket. Just has to beat the trees coming in. Oh, it does it. Just a little short though.
So smooth, so much
Yeah,
power
geez,
in that
comes
backhand.
out nice, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
This is DP and Sarah's 3rd shot. Good little run.
Yeah.
Pat looks like he's working overtime on the bag there.
Oh, Pat was amazing. He was caddying for DP, but then being there for Finney. Pat was an amazing captain. Just always had the right words to say and good insight to what he knows of the course as well.
He's a competitor, Paddy, isn't he?
He really
He
is.
loves to
Yeah.
compete. He's always there, and in every major he plays and everything like that. He's always there at the end.
Yeah.
And he's always competing hard.
It's so chilled, right?
Yeah, absolutely. we did 1 round, I think it was Melbourne Celebrates last year, where he basically looked like a guy just walking in the park.
Yeah.
And he was mowing Tim Bowen down with every hole, but it looked like he couldn't have cared less about
So
it.
composed.
Yeah, it was a scary kind of calm, wasn't it?
Tie the hole for Gina Hill.
Ooh.
Not to be.
Yeah, so the Estonians go 2 up there. Finney and Gina with some work to do as we move along now. Hole 3. Or hole 3A, I should say. It's only 92 metres, but it's a pretty demanding shot shape. Backhand flex is probably optimal. I don't think you'll see too many forehands for the right-hand player here, but yeah, tough get if you're looking for the 2.
Yeah, we have seen Mauri Villman absolutely blast this one and park it, I think, a metre from. So
Yeah, noted woodsman.
not taking the tee off, though, this time.
No, yeah, you've really got to flirt with that left-hand side and get that flex shot in. Too much highs, it goes too deep into the bushes.
We know Sarah likes to throw the Annies, but that one's far too low.
Yeah, she's asking it to get up straight out of the hand, wasn't she?
Kaidi likes a high as a flip.
Is it going to get turning enough? Jesus, come through
Oh, it
everything.
snuck through.
She might have given Aimar a look there. They seem stoked.
There's that air bounce for you.
Isn't it amazing how one player can just get that? It's obviously in his form or his action
Yeah.
somehow, but it just it comes out low and then it just lifts.
Pops.
I still struggle to get my head around the science of an air bounce, if I'm to be honest.
I mean, you can get them every now and then, but every shot.
Yeah. Was it just the instantaneous velocity out of the hand?
Maybe you need to have a one-on-one with Finney.
Yep.
We can hook you up.
Yeah. Clinic
Yep.
with Finney.
Yep.
Teach Matty how to air bounce.
And every other aspect of the game, please.
Ooh, I think that just pushed
Yeah,
through.
it's an okay kick.
Yeah.
So they're 2 down at the moment, Gina and Finney.
Ooh.
Let's see Aussies off the hook there.
No air bounce on that one. They tie that one up. So third shot for Perry and Lee. Good, solid putt from Sarah.
Yeah, her putting was on fire the whole week at Worlds.
Yeah, she doesn't miss many inside the circle.
Nope.
So another tie, and that one remains at all square. And 2 ties, so only 2 the difference on one of our pairings at the moment. Hole 4A, Cass, I'm going to need you to tell us about this one.
This is really tight off the tree, so you need to throw a straight shot off the tee to punch this gap to land right about here. And then it's another, you've got 2 avenues. You've got this one here down the bottom that the camera's going on. There's one high that you can play a high shot in to get that flare skip into the basket. Very technical shot off the tee because you do need to throw something slower and straighter. As you can see here,
I'll stop it.
got to just push through. Yeah.
It's going to find a gap.
Oh, a good little kick onto the fairway.
Yeah, if you want the 3, power forehand is the play off the tee here. But it seems like a long tunnel on camera, Cass.
Yeah. I reckon maybe like 85 out.
Yeah, wow.
That's going to get out. Is it?
Just, yeah.
Reasonably. Yep.
a true 2-shot par 4.
Yeah. Because then you do have that green on the fairway as well that you have to be careful of as well. So this second shot is really important.
See which gap he's going for. Looks like he's taking the left. If he can end up at the left gap.
Yeah, pretty short.
That's okay.
Didn't come out soon enough, unfortunately, for Perry. And have a look at that for an annoying branch. Not going to cut roll, is it?
It's probably the best tee shot from all. Deal, I think he's just released that a little too early.
Yeah, it looked that way, didn't it?
Yeah. Not too bad.
I think it's got to the gap, I reckon. See what? Yeah, didn't get through. Causing a few problems this hole.
Yeah.
So, Cass, you were obviously picked to play. How long or how far away from the event did you actually hurt your ankle?
Day before.
The day before.
The day before. Oh, no, 2 days before. It was the Friday. Yeah, it was the Friday. Benny and I were out practicing. We'd finished the 18, gone and had some lunch and gone back out to play. And we decided to play alternate, 3 holes in. And on the 3rd hole, when we played alternate, I parked mine under the basket and he finished just on the side of a green. So I took his shot and just went to jump putt, missed, tried it again, and bang, went over, broke the ankle.
So it's Bainey's fault then?
Oh, 100%. No, not at all. It was just a coincidence that the hole we decided to play alternate on, I broke my ankle.
I was going to say, he's playing alternate. Did Bainey break his ankle on the next hole?
No, he was too worried about getting me to hospital.
Oh, wow.
Did Bainey's Dr. Disc Golf sponsorship come in handy in that moment?
No, it didn't.
Didn't quite have those
So
credentials.
and like, talk us through that. Obviously, you're out there alone with Bainey. I mean, how did you get back to sort of civilization? You're 3 holes away. Did he sort of...
No, like as soon as I landed, there was a car driving down the fairway and it was Jason McCormick from Perth. And we're waving him down and he's waving like we're waving on him. And I'm like holding my leg up in the air and my ankle's just dangling there.
Oh.
And I'm like, help, you've got to help us. So yeah, he took me back up. Sue jumped on the phone, called every doctor she could to kind of get me in to get x-rays done. But we ended up 5.5 hours in emergency.
Yep.
And then, yeah, fracture, break, and torn main ligament in the ankle.
Did it properly.
Did it properly.
Wow.
So unfortunate.
You got a lot to answer for, Bainey. Hole 5's a par 4. It's 152 metres. We're out of gap again. And similar to the last hole, this is uphill all the way, this one. Uphill all the way, but it's a lot sort of more open entrance and not as far in. It's another par 4. It's interesting to see which of the doubles pairings take the tee off here.
And you can see so far the importance of having your left to right moving shots on this course.
They seem to have it all, the Estonians, don't they?
Well, disc golf's almost a national sport in Estonia. The participation rate is a lot higher than it is here.
And we've got Dave Perry and his forehand. Lovely.
So good.
And Aimar following in Dave's vapor trails there. What a shot.
Yeah, matching shot for shot.
She needs to get lucky through a gap here.
Gina's got that real ultimate shot
Yep.
Yeah.
coming with the ultimate background.
That forward lean. Sort of.
Yeah. Really running off the tee pad.
Yeah.
She got out of the gap successfully there. See Kaidi, sorry.
Just turning that one over a little into the hill. So Finney with a chance to get closer. Can't get a perspective on that one, but
I think it's short, maybe about 30 out, just to the left-hand side of the fairway into the basket. Like, this is a really tough shot in. You've just got one tunnel in, but that was executed really well.
we see Sarah for her second. Giving her a really good place to approach from there is Dave. Oh, the skinniest tree of the lot.
So good.
Wow. Need to get this close, the Estonians.
Yeah.
And it's been done without too many troubles. So a long look to win for Dave Perry. Not to be. his putting has improved a lot over the last 12 months, Dave Perry. We've watched a lot of him. We've filmed a lot of him. And it's something that's become a real weapon for him. Oh, speaking of, I might have just talked him into that. That's stabby.
Yeah, an absolute dagger
That
from
was a
Aimar
beauty.
That's how you jump putt.
Yeah. Straight at it. Straight at the basket. Gina Hiltz a tie. Gave it a run.
Tough putt with the Annie shape there.
Great putt.
Yep. As Cassie told us, Sarah Lee's putting on fire at the moment. So Villman and Allsalu remain one up in that doubles battle. As we go now to 6A, it's a par 4, 172 metres. What are we dealing with here?
Yeah, it's a big hyzer shot off the tee because you want to punch off as much as this fairway as you can and then doglegs in to the right. So it's, yeah, that first tee shot is your hyzer, and then if you've got a forehand, that forehand shot in to hopefully get your birdie on this hole.
Getting out, super important.
It
First
is.
hurdle.
Yep. You want to flirt with that big tree at the front, really close to punch off as much distance as you can. Hitting that wider shot.
That tree in the middle looks like
tree
it's taken an absolute pounding over
Yeah.
the years, doesn't it? It's just dying from like 3 metres downwards.
Blunt force trauma after blunt force trauma. Poor thing. There it is.
Oh, so often hit that tree, isn't it?
Keiti. The whiplash form. Look at that shot.
Yeah, great shot.
Really enjoyed the way she just loads into that release.
So we mentioned before, Cass, your injury 2 days before.
Mm-hmm.
Had you gone as far, you and Patty, as selecting the first rounds? Did you know you were playing?
So I was supposed to be playing with Patty in a doubles for that Germany game.
Right.
Yeah. So that's just with Pat and I knowing each other so well and
Absolutely.
the way that we play, we thought that would be our best foot forward. So yeah,
Pardon the pun.
hard to watch, but
Yeah, it would have been hard to sit back and watch that, obviously. But
Yeah.
you're still in a lot of pain at that point, were you? Or?
I just kind of erased what had happened. I thought team is first, my health and my foot, I'll deal with it later. I don't know how many people come up to me saying you shouldn't be walking out in this course, but do you know what? I'm such a stubborn person and I wanted to be out there. I wanted to feel a part of it and make sure that, the team knew that I was there to support them on or off the field. So,
Yep.
yeah,
That's a captain's job, isn't it?
it is.
It's not just a title. It's a job. It's a
Yeah.
role. And Paddy needed you out there too
He
as
did.
the co-captain.
Yep. Well, we split, so we would always be on either card, so we never walked together, just to make sure that our team had our support. I'm surprised with this shot, if Finney, with going a backhand. I thought he would actually
roller?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too skinny.
Yeah. Your forehand shot in is definitely the play on that second shot.
I think he tried just that's a bit of match play, isn't it? Just try and get an edge where you can.
Yeah.
They're not giving too many shots away, the Estonians, if any.
Yeah, now Sarah left with the patent pending.
Yeah. Oh, it's the second one that did it.
Another unlucky tree hit there.
Yeah.
That was a push forward.
We actually get a shot of the fairway. It does exist on this hole. Mauri pops one up. Yeah, a little meat on the bone left there for Kaidi. As we look at Keiti, who's got this range with the step putt. More of a jump putt, actually.
Did the job. So like I said, yeah, they're really tough opponent, the Estonians. And we mentioned on a previous round that they probably brought the strongest team out of every country.
100%.
I mean, outside of Kristen and Silva, they didn't really leave anyone behind, did they?
No.
We're talking some pro-level players, you know, like Kaidi, Tatte, Mauri, Villman, obviously Albert. These are, you know, all Pro Tour players. And what a treat it was to have them on Australian soil.
Most definitely. I think that we were, when I was on the doubles card, the young boys were looking a bit, you know, down in the glumps. They weren't doing too well. I'm like, you actually need to stop and look what you're doing right now. Like really take in the moment. Like we're playing world teams. You're playing against Estonia. You got Albert Ham just there. Like enjoy it. Watch him. Learn from it. Yep. And, you know, then it's like that click of the finger and the little light bulb goes off in their head.
Perspective for the boys,
yeah.
Oh, Sarah misses one. Yeah. Allsalu missed a gettable one before that too, so
yeah, couldn't make them pay.
Ends up with a tie there for Perry and Lee. But yeah, look, I mean, for a guy like Blake Houston and Alex Canaston, I mean, they're used to just going up and tearing up this course every single tournament they play here. So
correct.
It would have been something new for them. But as we get to hole 7, to par 4, out to this landing zone right about. Keep going. Here would be perfect. Give you a nice look into the basket. Hasn't caused too many problems, this one. But yeah, first shot placement is super important. So Allsalu and her partner Villman remain 1 up against Perry and Lee. Backhand for Dave. Can we say smooth often, but jeez.
So good.
We watch it all day, can we?
Kind of gone a little too long.
Yeah. Takes away that backhand line in.
Yeah.
Right behind the trees there.
Yeah, so Vinny and Gina need to get things rolling here. 4 down through 6. Not ideal.
Missed the trees.
Ooh, a little wide.
That's pretty
Best of the
good,
bunch.
Finny. That is pretty good, and doesn't he know it?
Yeah, the Aussies needed that one.
Absolutely. Well, he didn't have sunnies on before he threw that. It turned around, he just had sunnies on. Cigar in his mouth.
Yeah, good shot. Good shot.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's how you pipe that gap. Sarah needs to follow suit. Has this shot in her repertoire, you'd have to say. Is he going to come out? Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty
shot.
good.
That's a beauty.
Big smile says she's happy with it too.
Because you do have that tree to the right, yeah, that's a Mando as well into the basket. Hold on to that a little too long.
It's Kaidi now. Unlikely look.
Big eyes a look. Oh, jeez.
She had the line right.
Little low out of the hand from Chris Finn.
Yeah, pokey little thing there. Not his best effort. And Dave, 2 in the hole. Keep things tied up.
Yes. Let's go, Aussies. Back to all square. Sorry, we're unbiased here. We're supposed to be, aren't we? We're not.
Objective journalism. It's what we're known for. Miss. Nah. I can't see Kaidi missing this one.
No, never
Drilled.
looked like it.
No.
5 up for Tatte and Allesma. So they just keep putting the foot down, don't they? Just keep pushing forward.
Yeah, it must only get easier and easier as the points stack up as we move into hole 8, par 3. It's one of the classic par 3s here at Mundaring. You've got the OB sand scrape on the right there, the green. Surrounding the basket is OB. Pretty touchy shot this one. You'll see a lot of putters and mid-ranges. What do you reckon Dave throws here, Cass? Toro?
I have no idea.
I'm going to say it's...
Star J, maybe?
It could be a J. Orange. Don't recognise it.
It's definitely
Looks
stable.
stable, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a Toro then. Or maybe it's AVR X3. Anyways, he's parked
shot.
it.
Great shot from Dave.
We
Yeah.
just
Kyle Herbertson was here. He'd be able to tell us stories.
plastic, weight, price.
Oh, this
Oh,
one needs
dear.
It's trickling.
Oh.
And OB it goes. Hits the berm. Oh, yes.
Kisses off that lip pretty ideally.
It looked a little inside, and I'm not sure if Paddy's too impressed with that ground play.
Ooh,
Yeah, that gets down early.
pushed.
So who would you say picked up most of your slack?
Oh, poor Sarah Lee.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would say towards the end of this week, she was starting to really, you could tell that she'd played so much.
Yeah.
Like her body was fatiguing, and yeah, she held a lot, which hats off to her and thanks for stepping up into.
Could you put a number to how many extra matches she had to play because of your injury?
No, because you just like, we didn't select until the game before, so
Right.
we didn't really know. But going in, Sarah and I were the 2 strongest players, obviously. So, yeah, having me not in the mix and then having the 3 plus Leah stepping up as a call-in. Yeah.
So a miss for Aimar there. You'd expect him to chain that just about every other day.
Yeah, Gina needs to make this one. Oh, it's going to be another
Little weak
drop
side,
hole.
Gina. Not working at the moment.
Because Dave and Sarah will go up against Mauri and Kaidi.
Yeah, so that battle is tight.
Yeah, we can't say the same for Chris and Gina's match as we move along to hole 9 now. Par 4. We should have come up with a nickname for this hole because
One small goat, I call it.
I've seen the flyover maybe 6 times now, and I still don't really know how to describe the play on this hole. What do you reckon,
I
Cass?
don't think anyone does. I think it's just stand up and hope for the best.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. It's a bit like that. I'm told there's a line through there, but it's not exactly what you'd call straight.
So I was Heiser flipping Vandal.
Okay.
Just getting up past where those rocks are on the fairway, and then using that my second shot as my next, big tee shot. Yeah, it's a tricky hole.
Things do open up in the back half of
Yeah.
the hole, though, don't they? It's getting off this tee that's...
You just don't end up in too much trouble.
Mauri, another
Well, you just do that.
form lord. happy with that, Aimar.
But then you do have that Mando on the right-hand side too that he needs to be careful of, which isn't too far off where I think he's disc landed.
Now, why does a hole like this need a Mando?
Good point. Probably because Blake and Alex just throw it over the top of everything.
Yeah.
Throw it out to the side there and then just play down the fairway probably.
Gina playing some corrective golf there.
I'm going to back him to land this close, Dave.
Yeah, it looks like he's been set up for a pretty good approach.
Yeah, Sarah got a good kick back into the fairway, or what is known as a fairway. Nice flight.
Wow.
Too good for the cameraman.
All right, Finney with an awkward pattern pending here. Oh, the no look. I would love to get a still shot of that.
The arrogance.
The look away pattern pending. I've never seen that.
Came out pretty good too.
Great line.
Okay, there's a reason. There's a Mando. You're right. There was a big wide fairway. Outside of all the trees. Kaidi, Aimar did get well up that fairway. She's throwing a pure here, so that's a putter.
Oh, pure at the tree. She did. That's the first errant throw I reckon we've seen from her for the whole round.
No, you're right.
And there wasn't even a lot wrong with it.
Yes, Gina.
Fires it in.
Whoa.
The cameraman.
Did that hit the cameraman? Because that looked like it was going to
hit
go
something.
way longer.
Hit something. Maybe a tree. Maybe a tree right behind him or something. But
Maybe he just stuck a hand out.
Yeah.
He is an Australian cameraman. Good shot there. Should leave Kaidi with a, or Keiti, sorry, with a pretty simple putt to finish.
As long as it doesn't hit anything.
Lovely, Sarah.
Hits the cage. And I know you said she was very tired by this point, but she's still jumping around
Oh,
after
yeah.
every shot. So she's right into this.
Yep.
Right into this battle.
If there's anyone that can handle endurance style disc golf, it's Sarah.
Definitely.
She takes her health very seriously. Kind of makes you feel like shit to be around. We're ordering pizzas and burgers on a disc golf trip, and she's there with her
Sandwich.
with her
Kale.
rye grain
Kale and
wrap,
quinoa.
massaging her leg at the dinner
And
table.
she's done a 5K run before the rounds,
Yeah.
you know,
Makes you sick, that stuff.
to be young.
So 7 up now in that battle. So things not really turning around for Hill and what's his name?
Finny.
Finn. sorry, Finny. I knew it was a simple one. I just forgot. Hole 10's a par 4. Up and around the bend we go, and then we got a downhill with a sand scrape on the left, right in behind this bright green bush is where the basket is. We have seen players, the MPO players, go up and over, and this is what looks like happening here, Cass.
Yeah, it is a crazy, crazy shot to execute, and it's so good to watch.
Oh, it is.
It's, yeah, where the girls just obviously go,
Don't get to
Play
see
the
the
space,
end of it,
right?
though.
no.
They don't really know where they are until they get round there. Oh, he slammed it on the sand scrape, has he?
He's
That looks like it's well inside the line. Oh, Dave with a chance here. And that looks like it's
Too much Anheuser.
turning a lot. Interestingly, Villman took the other line And I thought it was a win decision.
Had some heat on it, didn't it?
He's a ripper.
Just the smarter play.
Yep.
Because if you look at the two difference going over to then the forehand shot, they still kind of landed in the same
Correct.
spot, right?
Yeah, and it's got to be you got to be pretty lucky to get a putt out of it, really, don't you? So what's Finney giving? Is this a roller?
Yep.
I mean, it certainly
Might
is.
Just stand up a bit.
Oh, jeez! I tell you, I reckon it was looking good.
It was. Yeah, you got the angle right.
So they need to, they need to do something this hole really, Hill and Finn, because with only 8 to play after this.
Oh, it's a great shot by
Yeah,
Gina.
lovely shot. This is where Dave's ended up.
Too high out of the hand there from Sarah. Crucial moments in that match. That could be one of them. Keiti. Good shape. Now Dave pretty much has to run this. Contorting there.
Spider crawl, wasn't it? Touch. Just wanted to get as much touch as he could. But gets it in there. So that looks like it's going to be a square up hole for those two.
Oh, sorry. Did Mauri's shot go out of bounds?
It did, but they the third from
Low again.
from Kaidi. Kaidi.
Kaidi.
Kaidi. The third shot was sent in there nicely.
Sorry, that was Keiti. Gosh.
Right.
Should have written it on our hands or something.
So Mauri now to make it 4 without a problem. Sarah, tie this up.
The exact same putt by the look of it.
Focus. Look at it. That's how you prepare for a putt, isn't it?
Yeah, very settled into her routine there. Kaidi picks up.
It was a tie for that hole. So hole 11 now. We've got these two trees are Mandos. We hit the top of the hill and we got a big downhill ute. And the basket's down on the left. We saw an absolutely ripping throw in here a couple of rounds ago, Cass.
Yep.
Could we see it today?
Maybe.
I hope so.
All the players are certainly capable.
No spoilers here.
Kaidi here. Looks like she's throwing something pretty blunt. Could be a fairway, actually. That's all you need to do. Sets up for that backhand hyzer downhill.
Oh, no.
Held on to it a little too long.
Yank from Sarah Lee. And OB it goes, and she knew it straight away.
Oh, she didn't put a bit of a turn on it.
So
I'm
smooth.
not going to make a mistake, are they?
Just,
That is beautiful. I could watch that all day.
yep. Oh,
Didn't miss. Gives Finney a tough second, though. As they remain 7 down.
Yeah, hides it
Tell
off
you
into
what.
the left.
Yeah, I'm not sure. How deep's that, do you think?
I don't reckon it's too deep. I reckon it's probably maybe 30 out. It'll be in line with the basket, but you kind of don't want to be too deep over there,
Is Dave Perry going to put this?
really. That is
Oh.
huge.
Oh, wow.
What a shot.
That was massive. Was that a Halo Destroyer that he throws?
He had to hit that one too after the OB. They'll be there putting for 4. The door's still open for the Estonian team though.
That's a good looking shot. It's going to get some ground plate. Yeah,
A little too long.
little long, yeah.
Ooh.
That's that downhill coming into play. This is where Finney put it. He put it a little deep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see Kaidi. A big jump. Oh, jeez. I held my breath.
That would have been a dagger in the heart of
Would
the
have been-
Australian team.
That would have been 3 daggers. It would have been a full sword, I reckon.
Sword's a good disc.
It is a good disc.
The west side, is it?
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
Aimar pops it in.
Yeah, and speaking of discs, you throw an open bag these days, Cassie. I remember you
do.
telling me.
Not that I've thrown much.
No.
But yes.
Still lean on the trilogy discs mostly.
Yeah, I'm not changing my bag until after China.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
need to
good
focus
idea.
more on rehab and ankle than what I should have in my bag.
And tell us about China. What are you representing as Australia in China?
Yeah, for the World Games. So
Nice.
Blake Houston and I are the MPO and FBO players going over to represent the country. So we fly out July 31st, which is really exciting. We've
Absolutely.
got Aaron Morton as our team manager, and then we have my husband and Jazz and Ken Summers as caddies.
Awesome. Don't take Bainey this time.
No Bainey.
Hole 12's a downhill. It's a par 3, and I think we might have. I think our doubles pairing match might have just wrapped up on that hole. As we get to hole 12, it's a par 3. As I said, downhill, 126 meters. Distance and getting there, not a problem. Wow, have a look at this tactic.
That's one way to get a win
We
read.
read.
Okay.
Very patriotic method.
I thought it was a white flag for a second there.
Now, I don't want to call Sarah out here, but she missed a very gettable putt to have Mauri and Kaidi go one up there. Probably 6 meters. So let's see if the confidence can come back to her after what was a pretty dire miss.
Yeah, and that one's in the stink pile. But as we've seen from previous, Estonians can make putts from the stink pile,
They
can't
can.
It's almost like they
Australians can do
practice from.
anything.
they? Yeah.
This is what we're learning.
Dave gets nice and low on that, sends it downhill. So 7 up, 7 to play. This is do or die for Hill and Finn.
Yeah, they've got to win every hole from here, guys.
Yeah.
That looks a little wide. Common landing spot, that one over there. Come on, Finney.
And in my practice with Luke Bain, he aced this hole.
Wow.
Of course he did.
Yeah. And literally walked off like he didn't even ace it. And I was jumping around. I was the one excited. It was pretty amazing though.
Do you remember what he threw?
Nope.
Just curious.
I don't know what anyone throws except for what I throw, just so you know.
All right.
Good to know. It'll stop me from asking. No, it's good to know.
So Gina has to hit this.
Ooh.
Oh, good shape. She cages.
All right, she might need to send Albert a quick text.
Yes, Albert made it from the top of that. So
Yeah, one of the genuine highlights from this event, that putt from Albert. Yeah, so it looks like she'll be pushing off her non-preferred or unusual leg. You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
way.
You have to be joking with me.
Come on.
There's something magical about that stink
Yeah, it
pile.
is. The Estonian stink pile, we'll call it.
And that was one of those ones that didn't even require chains. That
No,
No.
just
straight in the bucket.
Don't.
that is.
Not how. Doesn't matter how it goes in as long as it's in, right? Wow.
Yeah, go away. Is that the second one Mauri Villman seen from that pile? It is, isn't he? He was on the card the other day. So as we see Kaidi now with their second, this would be the end for the Aussies. If she puts it close. And she has.
All right, Sarah needs to make good on Dave's drive here.
Oh, a little high.
Yeah, circle's edge, not an easy one under pressure. But a big miss in the context of this match.
Yeah. And Keiti, Tatte and Aimar Allesma will take out the doubles pairing with against Chris Finn and Gina Hill. As we get to 13, it's a par 4. There's a couple of different ways to play this one. I've seen people playing out wide of the trees, but it does make the hole longer, the fairway longer. How would you play it, Cass? Straight
Yeah,
in the
so
middle?
I was playing out to the right as well because of the Mando at the top of this tunnel. So it forces you more to... So I played out wide on a hyzer to open space and then punched the gap.
Yeah.
I think it's just... Yeah.
Still
I know
a
you're putting on
long-
distance, but I think it's a safer play.
Still
for me.
trying to get as left as you can, though. Just to try and
Oh,
pinch
I just want
off.
to be out in the space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sarah looking to just sneak one around the trees, I reckon.
Same kind of
Yeah.
shot. Yep.
Followed her. Good tactic. Dave can unleash with a big forehand here. Whoosh. He's got a long way up.
Wow.
Really good from Mauri.
He just went straight for it, didn't he?
Okay, so Dave got pretty well up there.
No one not coming back for Sarah. Bit of a downhill here for the Estonians.
Huge putt here.
And on fire with the putter at the moment. Oh, needed a stink pile. All square is that hole. So the Perry and Lee just really hanging on to this one.
Holding on to it.
Yep. Gonna make them work for it.
Yeah, so it's probably a good time to mention the other matches that have been running concurrently to these couple that we're watching here. Blake Houston, the Aussie, unfortunately going down to Christo Rajek. That was 4 up for Christo. And then in the other singles men's match, we had Luke Bain and Albert Tam. Albert going 4 up against Luke there. So trying times for the Aussies.
It is your choice because you have won, and you don't have to play it anymore. It's all done. It's all over. So it's entirely.
Is it a unanimous?
Sorry?
Is it a unanimous decision?
No, it's only that. So it's the team that has won the championship that decides whether they want.
võime 2 korda mängida sinna alla teiste juurde.
There's a crowd here.
We can play like 2 holes to the...
So yeah, tournament
others,
director there,
if you want, if you-
and head of
I
Golf
don't know.
Flying Disc Federation.
Yes, it's telling me in the golf cart there.
Just explaining there that due to the other matchups, as Matty explained, that's a gold medal for the Estonians.
Just like that. It's all done.
It's all over.
It's all done.
And you can see how happy they are about it.
I think it was maybe shocked that they didn't think they were finished, right?
Yeah, well, they wouldn't have known what was going on the other cards, but
No idea what Sarah's dancing about. Guess
We
it's
just won the silver medal,
Silver,
guys. So huge congratulations to the Estonian team, gold medalists, and the Aussie team. Well done, Aussies, on our silver.
And what about some people that made this tournament possible?
A huge thanks to Ken and Sue Summers, who were the TDs, but Charlie Mead, Karina Walt, all the volunteers that helped out throughout the whole week and getting the course prep, Chris Finn for the course design. We have the Australian Disc Golf team, along with the Australian Disc Golf community. Just want to say a huge thanks for all the countries that come over to help and support this event. This is the biggest event we've had on our stage. So, yeah, walking away with the silver medal, pretty happy.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
I'd
imagine so. And we must extend a thank you to you for helping us commentate this gold medal match. Thank you very much.
And a huge shout out to Park Media, right?
Of course.
We wouldn't have this right now without you guys. So thanks for you guys for commentating, for Kyle with all the hard work that he put into the event, Ash behind the scenes. Hooray to you guys. Appreciate the support.
No small feat from the team.
Yeah, we love doing it, and we love that you've tuned in to take part in watching it with us and help us celebrate this silver medal for Australia. Until you do, we've got more. Till you join us next time, we've got more videos coming your way, so stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't yet. Until next time, we've been Park Media. I've been Jason Wiedner.
I've been Matty Faz.
I'm Cassie Sweetten.
And until next time, Park it.